one of the managed service offered by AWS. So first of all, we will go to the Amazon Web Console. Okay, I am logging in through root user. So if you create the IAM user, you can log in through your IAM user as well. So just now I'm logging using the root user. Those who don't know about the free tier account, so you can go to this link. I'll provide this link into the description section, and you can go and create the free account. Okay, and then you can log into the AWS console. Okay, so the today's topic is EC2. In the compute section, if you go into the services, so these are the various services offered, managed services offered by Amazon Web Services. Okay, so first is compute, and then there are storage, S3, which is very popular. Okay, database, RDS, DynamoDB. Okay, and then there are customer enablement services, blockchain, and in the machine learning section, the SageMaker is very popular, and there are various services offered by Amazon Web Services. Okay, so as our today's topic is EC2, which stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. So in this section, we are going to create EC2 instances and the services and the concept related to EC2 instance. Okay, now so this is EC2 dashboard. So in the dashboard, you can see various sections, resources. So in resources, there are various concepts, various things which we will go through one by one. So why it is logged in using North Virginia? Let me go to one of the Asia Pacific region, Mumbai. So okay, you can go ahead and in this um, uh, in this arrow, down arrow, in this pop-up you can select various region. Okay, this is your account. Okay, there will be one account for per user, and this is the Amazon Cloud Shell. Okay, and in the support section you will have various things, documentation, training sections. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go ahead and create the EC2 instances. Before that, we can discuss a few concepts or various types of EC2 instances. Like there is support requests. Okay, so support requests are those requests which are based on bids. Okay, so various accounts or various users who wants the AWS services, they bid for particular resource. Okay, and whenever that bid is, I mean, the ideal whoever applies the maximum bid, the resource will go to that user or that account. Okay, so and then the saving plans, so AWS offers various saving plans depending on the usage. So we can go through you can go through and read through read through the conditions where these what is the various saving you can achieve using the services. There are reserved instances where the dedicated applications require the reserved, reserved instances The sense of, I mean, if we are sure that we are going to use this much resource for particular until some time period, so we can go ahead and use the reserved the dedicated resource for mission critical applications or the various critical applications like banking application, banking transactions. Okay, for those we would need the dedicated host. There are capacity reservations, so there are certain capacities allocated for those EC2 instances. Okay, so apart from that, there are other concepts which are related to EC2 instance type, which are security group, elastic IPs. Okay, and which is load balances are very important. Another concept is launch configurations. Auto scaling groups are very popular. Okay, so we will go through these concepts one by one. Okay, now let's go ahead and create a EC2 instance. So right now, if you see the dashboard, this is the EC2 dashboard. There is no instance running. There is no instance. Okay, so we'll go and see. So this is the launch section. Okay, whenever you want to create the any new EC2 instance, you need to launch instance. So first we need to understand the difference between AMI and instance. AMI is Amazon Machine Image. So this is software configuration, means operating system applications and applications. The software aspect of any instance, EC2 instance is named as AMI. And other thing is instance. Instance is hardware machine. Okay. So whenever we, for learning purpose, we will go for the free tier only. So I'm just taking the first Amazon Linux to AMI. Okay. So there are 7 steps to create the EC2 instance. Okay. So this is the second step. We will choose the instance type. So this is another type of type for EC2 like nano, T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 small, and depending upon X large free tier available. Okay. So depending upon the network performance and depending on the which type of storage and the capacity of storage and the CPU allocated to it, so they have categorized different type of EC2 machines. Okay, EC2 instance. So in that we are taking which is free tier eligible. Okay. So if you want to see the description of this, you can go ahead and see T2 instance provide a baseline level of CPU performance with the ability to burst over the baseline. The baseline and the ability to burst are governed by CPU. Ability to burst in the sense of whenever required, it will go up to that limit. Like if it is saying that there are 2 CPUs and it will burst to 4 CPUs. So whenever the requirement arises, then it will provide the 4 CPUs. Okay, and depending on that, it will be, it will be charging to the customer. Okay, then go to the next. So here we need to configure the instance. So the network related information, the access level information, you know, that these we need to provide here. Okay, so by default we are taking the default network, default VPC. What VPC stands for virtual private cloud. Okay, and the subnet we are taking the default subnet, and number of instances we are going to create only one, and see here launch into auto scaling group. So whenever we will create the auto scaling group in later part of this video, or probably in the second section of EC2 instance video, we will try to understand what is the auto scaling group and how it is related to EC2. Okay, so just now for learning purpose, I'm just taking the default configuration, and the other word is storage. So by default, this storage is coming general purpose solid state drive, which is 8 GB. So it will come with by default. The IOPS is 100 to 3000. IOPS input output per second. So see, baseline of 3 31 IOPS per GB with the minimum of 100 of IOPS is available. It is burstable to 3000. So whenever requires, it will go to that limit. Okay, we can go ahead and add the new volume as well. Okay, like that. But as of now, we won't need that for learning purpose. Let's go ahead and tag value pair means this is for organizing our resources into the AWS account. So whenever so if you provide some tag value pair, let's say we are preparing this instance for finance department, so I can go ahead and give this tag or other tag. I can go ahead and see type is EC2. Okay, so two tags I can provide. So whenever we can search up using this key department. If I search here in my account, so this instance will be visible to me. Okay, to organize or categorize the resources within the AWS, this tags key value pair is available. We can go ahead and create as many tag as we need. Then we have security group. Security group is the we can limit the security purpose. I mean, whichever traffic is coming in, because this will be residing on one of the virtual private cloud. So whenever whichever traffic or whichever application is going to access this machine is governed by the security group. So so we can specify the configuration like SSH type of connection using TCP/IP protocol, and for the range port range 22. This those application can access this machine, or that communication can be established between this and that application. So you can go ahead and read this theoretical part of it. Okay, now this is the final step: review and launch. Just we will review why this is warning is coming, because we have taken the default security group, and it is allowing all the IP addresses. Okay, it's taking custom source and all the IP addresses are allowed. Therefore, it is saying that because it's open to the world, so it's just showing the warning. You go ahead and modify it. But for now, because we are just going to learn, we are going to delete this instance afterwards. So you just remove, just taking the default. Now this is, we can review it. Okay, and just launch it. So by launching it, so we have to create the new key pair, because there is no key pair is used for public access. So let's say, because it's going to have the Linux machine, so whenever, let's say, we are uh, going to access this application through any other third-party software like PuTTY or something else from the outside world, so we will have to use this key value pair. So let me give the key value. Let's say Linux fin key. So okay, so I need to download that. So this key will be used to log into this machine. This is EC2 instance of the AWS. Okay, so this is PAM key. It is not used as it is. First we have to generate the key, PPK key, which will be understood by PuTTY. So the PuTTY package, in the putty.org, you can go ahead and download the PuTTY package. So PuTTY package will have two softwares: PuTTY key generation and the PuTTY, the normal PuTTY to access the account. Okay, first we will have to use the PuTTY generation. Okay, so just we'll launch it. So by the time it launches, we will prepare our PuTTY things. Okay, so I'll go to the EC2 again. Let's see in the EC2 instance what is happening. So in the EC2 dashboard, we have one instance because there is nothing is running because just we launched it, so it will take some time. Come. But meanwhile, we can give the name Linux server 01. Let's say Linux server 01. Okay, so we have just named it. This is an instance ID. Okay, now it is in running state, but this machine is not available to login because the status check is initializing. So whenever this status check happens, okay, you can go ahead and see. So this is the IP address of this machine, public IP address. This is a private DNS. Okay, status is running, type is micro, whichever we have selected. So this is IPv4 address. Okay, private IPv4 address, private DNS. Okay, this is virtual private cloud. This is by default subnet ID. Okay, we did not give any IAM role. No, we don't have any elastic IP address as of now. Okay, the security purpose, no IAM role. Owner ID is this one. Storage is nothing. Storage is EVS. Okay, sec. Yeah. So for monitoring purposes, this will give a very nice dashboard. Okay, so there is very nice dashboard CPU utilization status check. Okay, so for monitoring purpose by default, there are various things like for hourly basis or 1 week basis and custom you can put. So more manage detailed monitoring you can do. So okay, so in the tag we have provided two tags. Right, for organization purpose, type is EC2 and department is finance. So this also is a key pair actually. We have given the name, right? Linux server 01. Okay, so you have, let's go to the instances. Just now it should be running, right? It's not showing there. Okay, status check is also passed, so it passed. So this machine is available for login. So let's go to putty keygen. So we have to load this key. So let me go to all files. We have just Linux. Just now we have created, see here we have created just now PEM key. You need to use this PEM key. Okay, and we have to save the private key. Save it. We'll go here. We'll need to give the name. So just now this is already one more key which is already there. This is for some other machine. So new Linux FIN key. Okay, this is PPK key. Okay, so we have generated the key. Now we will go to putty. We will open the putty. So in putty section, it wants the IP address. Okay, so if you click here, this is the public IP address. Okay, we will give this address, and also we will have to give the in SSH. We will have authorization. So here we need to browse that key, whichever we created just now, right? New finance, this PPK key. Browse it and go ahead and open it. Before opening it, what we need to do is it will ask for the user. So what is the user? So if you want to see the user, so we can just go and try to connect it and see this is the user. Okay, EC2 hyphen user. Okay, so this is the by default user. Okay, so we'll go to here and then try opening it. First time we are logging in, then this key is coming, fingerprint is coming. Okay, then EC2 user. Okay, go ahead and log in. So see, so this, if you want to see the machine, you can go ahead and see in AWS. Okay, So you can type and see. So this is the same machine. See AWS CLI major version CLI. Okay. Config international. Okay. This is the same address. Okay. GNU Linux. Okay. So this is how we create the EC2 instance and how we logins. Okay. So now because we are not going to use this, why it is not showing is because we did not refresh it. So okay, if we refresh it, it will be shown in the running state. Okay. So this is all about the EC2 instance. So let's go ahead and remove it. So go ahead and terminate it. Okay. Okay. As soon as I terminated, this access is also gone. Okay. So we just to remove it. So let's see the status. So it's shutting down. So remember to terminate the this instance. Otherwise, there will be charges. This- So in AWS free tier, if you go, you can go ahead and create the account. Before that, there are types of offer available. Okay, what services you can use in the free accounts. Okay, always free. There are few things which is always free. Some few services which are 12 months free. Some are for short term or trial basis. Okay, so you can filter it. Okay, in the topic basis, if you are interested in analytics, then you can go ahead and click the analytics and see which services are free for analytics purpose. Or if you want to interested in machine learning, then you can go ahead and click machine learning and what are the services related to machine learning which are free. Okay, the database things. Okay, so there is so depending upon your role or responsibility or the goal role or goal, you can go ahead and learn this. So with that we are going to end this session. So in the later or in the next section, what we are going to do is we'll create some Windows machine. Just now we have created a Linux machine. We will create the Windows machine and how we are going to connect to that Windows machine. And also we will create the templates. Okay, launch template and launch configuration. Launch templates and launch configuration are same. And how these launch templates are, can be used in auto scaling groups. Auto scaling groups are automatic scale to the particular setup. So let's say we are having one particular machine, and if load is arising, and AWS gives our the configuration facilities. So how our resources should be arranged for that particular load. So in that sense, they have provided the scaling groups. So from for our purpose with our conditions we can specify rules. The depending rules are based on those rules, and we can provision the resources for that particular demand. Okay, so with that we are going to end this EC2 instance creation or EC2 machine creation and log